There are plenty of NFL teams that were able to win the Super Bowl despite having a mediocre quarterback at the helm. But more often than not, teams with plenty of talent at wide receiver, running back, and on defense don't go all the way with the bad QB. A number of the more talented teams in recent history can relate. I'm Justin Fraction, and today we dive into 10 NFL teams that were a quarterback away from greatness. And a huge shout out and thank you to Kyle Gordon for suggesting this list. We do hope you enjoy this video, and if you do, feel free to click subscribe down below for more cool videos every single day. Number 10, 2006 New York Jets. The Jets owned one of the NFL's best defenses, including world-class cornerback Darrelle Revis in his prime. Antonio Cromartie, the man of many kids, also locked down the opposition's top receivers. New York also had a former Super Bowl MVP Santonio Holmes and future Hall of Famer LaDainian Tomlinson. But Mark Sanchez was one awful quarterback. The Jets narrowly lost to the Pittsburgh Steelers in the AFC Championship game. With the great quarterback, they could have easily been a Super Bowl champion. Number 9, 2014 San Francisco 49ers. The 49ers were looking to reach their third straight NFC Championship game. They own the NFL's fifth best defense, led by superstar linebacker Patrick Willis. On offense, they employed consistent 1,000-yard rusher Frank Gore, Super Bowl 47 hero and wide receiver Anquan Bolden, and Richard Sherman's best friend Michael Crabtree. But Colin Kaepernick couldn't get it together. He tossed just 19 touchdowns against 10 interceptions. The 49ers finished 8-8, missing the playoffs. With a great quarterback, who knows where they could have gone. Number 8, 1994 New York Giants. The Giants were in their first year of the post-Lawrence Taylor era. Head coach Dan Reeves did a fine job, as the Blue Crew allowed just 19.1 points per game. Star running back Rodney Hampton rushed for 1,075 yards and 6 touchdowns. But quarterback Dave Brown struggled, tossing 12 touchdowns and an alarming 16 interceptions. New York still managed to go 9-7 with awful quarterback play, but they missed the playoffs. If only Phil Simms didn't have a shoulder injury and could have played another year. Number 7, 1979 Philadelphia Eagles. The Eagles owned one of the NFL's best ball-hawking secondaries ever, racking up a total of 22 interceptions. Wilbert Montgomery was one of the NFL's top running backs, rushing for 1,512 yards and 9 touchdowns. Harold Carmichael hauled in 11 touchdown receptions, but unfortunately Ron Jaworski just wasn't a very good quarterback at all. Philly still reached the divisional round of the playoffs, but fell to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. We can only guess how far they would have gone with a good quarterback. Perhaps the beloved Philadelphia Eagles Super Bowl jokes wouldn't be around today. Number 6, 2006 New York Jets. Gang Green formed one elite defense in 2006. They allowed just 19.8 points a game. The Jets racked up 35 total sacks. Wide receivers Lavernius Coles and Jericho Cotchery formed one of the most dynamic duos in the NFL. The Jets won 10 games and reached the wild card round, where the New England Patriots whooped them. Why didn't they whoop the Jets? Because Chad Pennington was a very mediocre quarterback. Another great Jets team that was a quarterback away from winning a championship. Number 5, 2016 Denver Broncos. The Broncos were defending Super Bowl champions, but everyone knew they were screwed once Peyton Manning retired and Trevor Siemian stepped in to assume the quarterback position. Denver owned one of the NFL's best defenses, fueled by a pass-rushing monster Von Miller and no-fly zone secondary, by far the league's greatest. They also featured a dynamic duo of Emmanuel Sanders and Demaryius Thomas, who each had 1,000 receiving yards. But yeah, Siemian ruined that. Denver went 9-7 and missed the playoffs. They would have been in a position to repeat if they had a quarterback. Number 4, 1979 Chicago Bears. This Bears team had one of the best defenses ever, allowing just 15.6 points per game. Two different Bears picked off 6 passes each, and they racked up 29 interceptions in total. Chicago also had some running back named Walter Payton. You may have heard of him. Too bad Mike Phipps was this team's best quarterback. He had just 9 touchdown passes and 8 interceptions. Chicago went 10-6, but they were sent home in the wild card game. A good quarterback could have changed that. Number 3, 2004 Baltimore Ravens. Just 4 years removed from a Super Bowl championship, Baltimore's elite defense, led by Ray Lewis, gave them a great chance to win it all again. Ed Reed had 9 interceptions. Terrell Suggs had 10.5 sacks. Jamal Lewis powered the offense with 1,006 yards, and the Ravens only allowed 16.8 points per game. But thanks to the awful play by QB Kyle Bowler, Baltimore also averaged just 19.8 points per game. The Ravens won 9 games and missed the playoffs. With the right quarterback, they really could have gone all the way. Number 2, 1992 New Orleans Saints. You may not have known this, but the '92 Saints have hands down one of the most elite defenses in NFL history. 18 team interceptions, 20 forced fumbles. And they had the #1 scoring defense, allowing just 12.6 points a game. Wow. But besides 1,000-yard receiver Eric Martin, the Saints' offense didn't offer a whole lot. That was especially true for quarterback Bobby Herbert, who had just 19 touchdowns with 16 interceptions. Just awful. New Orleans lost 36-20 against the Eagles in the wild card round. And boom, Jim Moore's best team ever was by far wasted. And #1, every Houston Texans team from 2011 to 2016. You know how the Texans first won the AFC South in 2011? Then they won it all again in 2012, 15, and 16. Well, they've used 10 quarterbacks between 2011 and 2016. Unsurprisingly, they haven't reached the AFC Championship once during that time. This, despite their defense ranking in the top 10 virtually every year, including first in 2016. But this team never had a quarterback. Matt Schaub was just awful. Ryan Fitzpatrick was only liked because of his beard, and Brock Osweiler, don't even get us started. It's not just J.J. Watt in the defense. They also had one of the top receivers of this era in Andre Johnson, who put up 1,000 yards a season with ease. And let's not forget about running back Arian Foster. Oh man, if only Houston had a quarterback. Pretty impressive to see a defense single-handedly take them to the playoffs. But with a quarterback, they'd be a championship team for sure. Oh well. What other NFL teams were a quarterback away from greatness? Join us in the comment section below. If you liked this video and learned a thing or two, clicking the like button helps us out a ton and we appreciate it. If this is your first time coming around to Total Pro Sports though, subscribing is a great idea because we put out videos like this every single day. But as always, thanks for watching and we'll see you guys next time.